episode. I think I have a title. Here it is. Dun, 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 dun. Gaijin gaming. I know that gaming is not the only thing I said I'd talk about. However, it is going to be a big thing that I'm talking about. So I figured this would be an appropriate title, as I am a Gaijin living in Japan. If you don't know, Gaijin is the Japanese word for foreigner. Alright. And I want to use this episode to not only introduce that, but also to talk a little bit about some of the things that I had gotten this weekend. First being Final Fantasy USA, or Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. Alright. And here is the booklet. It's a nice little booklet. It has nice little kind of like computer drawings of the character profiles. However, it doesn't have any other sort of drawings for it, like in the outlines like they do for some of the older Japanese game booklets, unfortunately. But it's in still really good condition. And then here I have the game itself. It's in really good condition. So I was really happy with that purchase. I also picked up Gaijin, which happens to be like the first RPG for the Super Famicom. Game came out in 1991, so yeah, we're on back some 19 years ago. There was the actual box and booklet for it, and for the game. However, my friend who went with me, actually, like, he had been looking for the game a lot longer than I have, and it would have been kind of rude to have been like, "Oh, I am going to buy this, not you." So, but yeah, a little bit about this. It is, I guess there's a ROM for it. It is under the English translation for it makes the title GD Lean, Lean being Leen. If because the game never actually came to or never went to the States, so that would be your only way of playing it unless you were to pick up a copy of this, which has been kind of hard to find. I hadn't seen anywhere except for in one of the stores I went to in Nagoya, so it can be hard to find if you're not looking hard. Something else I picked up was the kind of like special box of Ys 1 and 2 for the PS2. And here's the game for it. It's still actually factory sealed, which is pretty spiffy. And what makes this special is that it comes with a miniature scale of the areas you go to in Ys 1 and 2. Now, it has 4 little kind of characters from my right to left. It has Adal, Fina, Dea, and Lilia, which are 4 main characters. Well, 4 very central characters. Well, they are pretty main. So 4 main characters in Ys 1 and 2. It also has a detachable dorm tower, which is pretty cool, and the little appendix for it, as well as Ys, which is right here, which actually comes up. So you can, if you had, some way of suspending it, you could actually make Ys float, which is pretty cool. The other thing, one of the other things I picked up was this, which is Final Fantasy kind of premium package for 1 and 2 for the PS1. Inside, it has artwork, 2 pieces of artwork in the box, which is really cool. And it comes with the games. As you open this up, it has the games in smaller CD cases. So here's Final Fantasy 1, Final Fantasy 2. And what makes this premium package premium, I guess, other than having those pictures in the box, or the original artwork in the box, is that it comes with 3 original characters, or limited edition little kind of characters or figurines. And I guess I should tell you who they are if you can't really tell. Oops. Alright, there you go. Now, from my right to left, no, that's my pointer fingers. So from my right to left, you have the fighter the red mage, and the black mage. Now, since the red mage likes to jump out and have some fun, alright, get a close up for him for you. Alright, this is the red mage. All the other characters are in the same kind of fashion. They're similar to Lego people. If you ever played Lego people, the arms are movable. However, the joints are bendable. So the knees and the elbow, well, just the knees and the elbows are, you can actually bend those. So that is really that. It's the same for the other two. The black mage has a cane that you can put in his hand, which is pretty nice, I would say. If didn't already know, my favorite game of all time is Final Fantasy One. So having those kind of little things fills me up with a nice, warm, fuzzy feeling. Excuse me. And the last thing that I got was this, which is a newer version of the Famicom or the Family Computer or the NES. And this actually was made in 1993. And you put the controllers in here, and it has this area here. The gray button is the reset button, and the red button is the on off switch. And it uses AV cables and the DC power pack. Now, for comparison, yes, that's Final Fantasy IV that's in there. This is the Japanese Super Famicom, and you can see it's not too, it's a little bit smaller this way, but when you go like this, it's definitely a lot smaller. The Super Famicom is pretty massive compared to this newer Famicom, and it's also a lot heavier. So that's that. And then lastly, talk about the controllers. Here is the the Famicom controller that is for the newer Famicom. You can see it models itself after the Super Famicom controller, and the buttons are inclined, or they're at least angled. And so you have your A button, your B button, start, select. Both of these start and select buttons are angled as well, and then your D-pad. Now, being used to playing on the NES controller from the States, which is the same kind of color but square. Oh, excuse me, rectangle. Um, as I got older, it hurt a lot more to play on those because my hands got a little big for it. See, this still fits into my hand, and playing it on the US NES really kind of hurt. But playing it on this, it's really nice. The size is not so much of a difference, about maybe a few centimeters, quarter of an inch or so. Excuse me, quarter of an inch or so. So that's really about it. I hope you enjoyed, and if you have any other questions, or comments, please post them. And I hope to see you in my next video.